Okay, this is going to be my review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Yes, it's been done for a while, but I just got around to finishing. I'm still working on Andor. Sorry. Um, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. Any comments at the bottom, suggestions, ideas, how I can improve, please do so. Any foul language will be deleted. I will not tolerate cursing. Strange New Worlds is a spin-off of Star Trek Discovery, which had Anson Mount, Ethan Peck, and Rebecca Romaine as the main characters from this, who was on part of the Enterprise at Discovery. Uh, some brilliant acting. Um, Christopher Pike is the main character, and we know that from the Star Trek the original series, his horrible, horrible fate. Um, And at this point in the storyline with the first issue of episode Strange New Worlds, he knows what's coming. He saw the future through a time crystal. And he knows what's going to happen, and he's pretty much in shell shock, I'd say. Anson Mount plays him. I know him also as Black Bolt in the Black and Human series, and he was also Doctor Strange, Strange New Worlds. Ethan Peck plays Spock. Gregory Peck, a classic movie actor, was his grandfather. Ethan Peck plays a way too emotional Spock. I'm not used to that. Seems a little strange, but he grew on me. Christine Chapel in the TV the original Star Trek new TV series, she was the nurse for Dr. McCoy. Here she is the nurse for Dr. Mabenga, who is the chief medical officer. I'll get to him in a second. She kind of has a crush on Spock and helps him out several times in the series. I wasn't sure whether I'd like her or not, but I did in the end. The actress who originally played her in the original series was Majel Barrett Roddenberry. She was originally number one with the Christopher Pike series, but and whatever network it was would not allow a woman to be second commander of a starship. So they had to change her mate, get rid of her, put Spock in as number one, as the first officer, and make her the nurse. Leanne Noonien Singh, security officer. Um, Jess Bush plays Christine Chapel. I can't read my handwriting. I'm sorry, but Christine Chong. Sorry, she is the descendant of Noonien Khan from Star Trek: Wrath of Khan in episode Khan Singh was Ricardo Montalban's character. Um, Not too sure about her, but she turned to a great character. Unfortunately, she left the show at episode before last. Hopefully, we'll be back in season 2. Nyota Uhura, Celia Rose Gooding. Um, Her character would later be part of the James T. Kirk Enterprise as the communications officer. In this, she is a cadet just going on spending time on the ship before going back to school and deciding what she's going to do. At the end of the series, Captain Pike welcomes and goes, "You're welcome to be part of the Enterprise anytime, any place, when you're ready." She did not know she wanted to be in Starfleet, something about her parents' family being killed in a car accident or something when she was young. I liked her from the start. Great personality, great actress. And Miss Nichelle Nichols, which we just lost not long ago. But, sorry, wrong side. Erica Ortegas. Melissa Nealon? I don't know about that one. I'm still trying to get used to her. I'm not that big of a fan. I'm sorry. I'll have to wait and see more of her. Dr. Joseph Mbenga, Babs, oh something, is the actor's name. I liked him from the start. The storyline was his daughter who was dying of leukemia, and he used a transporter buffer to keep her alive and prolong her life, which is ironic. That's how Scotty survived in The Next Generation. He was in a pattern buffer, and him and another crewman. The other one didn't make it. I like him. One thing I was extremely disappointed with, oh no, wait, hold on. Then there was Hemmer, played by Bruce Hornack. He was a blind Andorian engineer. Wasn't too sure about him at the start. He grew on me in the later episodes, especially with the fantasy one, where the whole ship was turned into a fantasy novel. I started to like. I really started to grow. He grew on me until the last episode where they killed him off. He'd been infected by eggs of the Gorn and was going to die a horrible death, with Gorn exploding out of his body, ripping it to pieces. So instead, he went off to the planet site and froze to death, and stopped killing the Gorn babies and killing the Gorn, and also took his life. Una Chen Riley, number 1. I should have put her near the beginning. Sorry. She was Rebecca Romijn. She was better known for playing Mystique on Star Trek, the X-Men movies. Not enough on that character. Would like to see more. She seemed like a very talented actress. At the end of episode 1, we get Samuel Kirk, Captain James T. Kirk's brother, played by Dan Jenowitt. Really liked him. Wish they'd used him more. He wasn't that much used in the series. We introduced his brother at the end. The timeline, it just seemed strange. T'Pring is Spock's fiance. Remember her from the original series, The Amount of Time, where she chooses that Spock to fight somebody to the death because she didn't want to marry him. She seemed like a neat character. I don't know where it went wrong. Robert April was introduced, played by Adrian Holmes. Not enough of a character scene of him. I know he was the original captain of the original Enterprise, but it should be interesting. We also have James T. Kirk, who shows up at the end. I'm hearing rumors that he might be getting his own series spin-off of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Paul Wesley plays him. We're also introduced to Captain Angel, a space pirate who happens to be Sybok, who was Spock's half-brother, lover. Okay, the episodes that I liked. Episode 1, Strange New World, was an interesting one. It did a lot along the same storyline as the Cold War. In the Star Trek Discovery season 2 or 3 ending, there's a battle in that space area where Discovery and Enterprise and a bunch of others are fighting an artificial intelligence called the Control. And the alien race below, who did not have warp technology, was able to duplicate the warp technology to create a warp bomb. And Kirk and Captain Pike goes down there and tries to stop it. And I think he did. It was a pretty good episode. Episode 2, Episode 3, The Ghost of Illyria, talks about number 1, and the race that is illegal in the Federation. And if they find out that she is an Illyrian, there's gonna be problems. In the season, we do get that trouble. We also, in another episode, find out about security officer Singh's family being wiped out by Gorn, and she was the only one left alive, and how Federation Starship rescues her, and the person who rescues her is number one. So there's a long friendship there. There's the episode Fantasy where Dr. Mbenga's daughter mind was used to create a fantasy world. At the end, the entity that was using her to create the fantasy world takes the daughter and leaves with Mbenga's permission, and the daughter's cured. The daughter comes back, it seems like years for her, it's been minutes for him, whole and adult. It was a great episode. The last episode was called Equality and Mercy. It was a redo of the classic episode. Oh Lord, I can't think of the name of it. Where Kirk and Spock play a cat and mouse game with a cloaked Romulan ship, and at the end, Romulan ship commits suicide to keep from being captured. Captain Pike had written letters to the 5 young cadets who were supposed to be on that space station where Pike is nearly killed and crippled for life and can't move, can't do anything, and changing history because he would send all 5 out, and Captain Pike would still be in charge of the Enterprise, and James T. Kirk would be in charge of another ship. Oh God, I can't think of the name of it. But at the end of the storyline, history's changed. Everybody's happy, and Pike's girlfriend, calls them, saying that they just her ship just came, and it's told that that Captain Pike and number 1 need to come to the transporter room, and they arrest number 1, being an Illyrian, a genetically altered human, which is illegal. And Captain Pike goes, "This isn't over," and that's how the season ends. Overall, it was a great season. There were some boring, dull parts, but it was great. Can't wait for season 2. I can't wait for part 2 of season 1 of Star Trek Prodigy. That's going to be awesome. Well, like I said, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.